T-minus 20 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Ed Jones messed with the wrong melon farmers. Thug life. And here we go.
I prayed that he would burn in hell, but in my heart, I never held him.
You are all my children now.
This is as far as you go. No more.
Hello, Sydney. Are you ready? God damn me.
I wish I had you all alone, just the two of us.
Ooh, baby, 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 ooh, baby.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Movies and Beyond. Once again, I am Michael, and today it's the Sunday Horror Hangout. And with me tonight is Eric from the Bearded Entertainment. What's up, man? You ready to talk some 2025 horror?
I am. Thanks for having me, man. I'm excited about. Like I went back and looked at all the 2025, just refreshed myself, and there was a lot of them where I'm like, I didn't even remember that was this year. So excited to get into these, see what we got to say about them.
Yeah, man. I went through a list as well, and there were some of them that I did forget was this year, and then there's some of them where it's like, damn, I meant to see that. Damn, I forgot that was a thing. You know what I mean? Like, it's so many movies come out and you're just like, oh, I definitely got to see that. And then life happens. And then next thing you know, it's 6 months later and you're like, oh shit, I forgot that came out. I should have fucking watched that.
There are a couple big ones on the list that I didn't see too.
Yeah.
And it's one of those where it's like, I feel, it's not that I feel like less of a horror fan, but I feel like I let myself down a little bit by not seeing it, even though I've seen people talk about it and the consensus on some of them maybe is that they weren't that good. Yeah. Still something I would have loved to generated my own opinion about and stuff.
Definitely, man. And I will say this, and not to jump into things early because I want to say hello to the chat and I want to talk for a minute before we get started, but I don't feel like there was a whole lot this year that amped me up to where it's like, I've got to see this. You know what I mean? Like there wasn't a whole lot this year to where I saw a trailer that I was just like, oh my God, like I have to see this day one. And I don't think that this year had a whole lot of that for me.
I'm looking at my list of what I saw this year, and I think there were maybe two that I'm like, I'm so glad I went to the theaters to see that. You know, like there are two. There are definitely two. And there are a couple of sleepers in there. There's a couple in there that I didn't watch that were like, I didn't see them in theaters, and I really just put off watching them. And then one day I just saw it on streaming. I was like, you know what? Let's give this a try. And I did and loved it. And then there's a couple on there where I was super excited and went to see it, and I was like, womp womp.
There was one in particular I went to saw where I knew a shit show was going to ensue, but I had to go anyway. And I'll
dude, there was one I was so excited about. Like, I'm like, oh, this looks great. It's based on a video game, to give a clue. But I've never played it, but the concept is so awesome. Yeah. And then I watched it, and I'm like, the coolest part of the concept, they breeze over in about 2 minutes of runtime. And I was like, you wasted this.
If we're talking about the same thing right now, I didn't even see the first one, so
no, this is the first one in the this is the first, as far as I know, this is the first time they made a movie about this particular game.
Oh,
we'll talk about it when we get into it.
Interesting. All right, let's see who we got in the chat. Let's say what's up to everybody, and we'll go ahead and get started. I see that Melissa, the wild card, even though it may say Miss Candy 84, we know it's a wild card, saying, heck yes, you're back. Let's go, Thug Life. What is up, Melissa? I hope you're doing well, my friend. Good to see you. Jerry, even though it says for the love of horror, Jerry Wilson is in the chat saying hello all. Let's get it. Hell yeah, man. He's also reminding everybody to smash that like button. Yeah, if you haven't hit that like button yet, please do so. It helps out the channel. And I always forget to remind you. That's why I have people like Jerry that does that stuff, because I'm terrible at it. Let's see. DJ Plays Favorites is in the chat saying hello, one and all. What's up, DJ? I hope you're doing well. Good to see you.
How you doing, everyone?
Paula is in the chat as well saying hi to everybody. What's up, Paula? I hope you're doing well, my friend. Good to see you. Let's see. I'm trying to get the shape is in the chat. It may say James, but we know that that's the shape. The shape is in the chat saying hi, everyone. I hope you had a great Christmas. I hope you had a great Christmas too, James. Good to see you, brother. Always good to see you.
Yeah, I hope everyone had a wonderful holiday. If you celebrate Christmas, if you celebrate anything else,
definitely
wonderful period in general. It's a hard time for some people this time of year. So I hope everyone just had good feelings, good vibes all the way around.
For sure. I see Michelle's in the chat as well saying happy Sunday to everybody and happy holidays. Happy Sunday, Michelle. Happy holidays. I hope you're doing well. Good to see you. She's also reminding everybody to hit that like button. Yes, hit the like button. Thank you. I see the Val from Val's Views is in the chat. The General's in the chat. The General always gets a salute from Movies and Beyond. What's up, Val? I hope you're doing well, my friend. Good to see you. Peter Anthony from Peter Anthony Productions is in the chat. What's up, Peter? I hope you're doing well, my friend. Good to see you, brother. Hope you had a happy
holiday. What is up, man? Long time no see. I mean, I see him every now and then on like Instagram and stuff. But
hell yeah. I see that you're in the chat as well, Eric. Good to see you, brother.
I'm not gonna lie, I was testing a little remote text thing I got so I can like type in without using the keyboard.
Oh yeah. I see Gina's in the chat as well saying what's up all. I hope everyone had a great winter holiday season and a fabulous new year. Well, you too, Gina. Good to see you, my friend. I hope you're doing well. Wayne's in the chat as well saying hi all. It is 12:03 p.m. Monday here in Sydney, Australia. Happy holidays. Saddest horror moment of 2025 by far is the sad passing of Craving Something Scary. Yes, it was, my friend. Yes, it was. But it is good to see you, Wayne. Good to see you, brother. I see Russell Dorsey is in the chat as well saying what's up, everyone. Let's smash that like button if you haven't already. Let's get this party started. Thug Life. Hi, Michael, Matt, and everyone in the chat. Yeah, Matt will be back next week, my friend. But good to see you, Russell. Good to see you.
Oh, I'm sorry, Russell. Am I not good enough? I see how it is, Russell. I'm not kidding.
You know,
I'm totally ungrateful. I'm totally kidding, man.
Michael G's in the chat as well, saying hi everyone. I hope everyone had a great Christmas or however you choose to celebrate. My New Year's resolution is to be the same, Michael. I got you, my man. Change is important. Or in your case, no change. I do see that Sarah Campbell has now been a member for 22 months at Movies and Beyond. Sarah, that is freaking amazing. I swear, every time we do this, we get member anniversaries, and I absolutely love it. Congratulations, Sarah, and thank you. More importantly, thank you for investing in Movies and Beyond and becoming a member here. Thank you so much. Good to see you.
Time flies so much. I remember talking with you and like going through the process of designing like the gold and platinum reels and now it's like someone's already. That was over 22 months ago.
Yeah, man.
Dude, that's crazy talk.
Yeah.
Oh God, I feel old now. Even older than I already felt.
I'm like 32 and I feel old. Freaking pushing 50, brother. I'm pushing 50 over here. The wind blows the wrong way and my knees start hurting, my man. Let me tell you.
You feel that cold pressure system moving in.
Like, oh God, cold pressure system's moving in. Oh, did you watch the news? No, I just feel it. I feel it in my bones.
It's like, I don't need the news. I know.
The storm's coming. I feel it in my bones. Yeah, for sure. Let's see. Jeff D'Angelo is in the chat as well, saying hello, everyone. I hope you had a scary Merry Christmas. Kaylee's also watching. What's up, Jeff? What's up, Kaylee? I hope you guys are doing well and you had a great holiday. Good to see you. Good to see you. Teal Kit is in the chat as well, saying we're here in his Bray Wyatt voice. What is up, my man? I hope you're doing well. Good to see you. Oh, I don't want to miss anybody. Destination is in the chat. What's up, man? I hope you're doing well, brother. Good to see you. Good to see you. I don't want to miss anybody. I am so bad at this, you guys. I'm so sorry.
I see Teal Kit.
Yeah, I got Teal.
Got James.
I think I got everybody. I think if I didn't, I apologize, guys. Just throw up another message. And it would be nice if work wasn't blowing up my phone right now. That's just fine. I'm not going to look at my watch anymore tonight. But tonight, Eric, we are going to talk about freaking 2025 movies. Hell yeah, dude. Like I said, when we got started, man, it was more of me looking through a list because I'm absolutely I don't. So I wrote horror in the thumbnail because I do feel like there is something that wasn't a movie that should be included in this, and I want to bring this up first.
I wonder what that is. Look, there's two things, maybe.
Yeah, fair, but
I haven't watched either of those yet.
Oh, so. Okay. So I will not ruin them. And with these guys being, with these movies being newer, I'm not going to go too much in the detail because there's probably a lot that we haven't seen yet. Or people in the chat haven't seen things that they want to see still. And hell, maybe things that they forgot about, like I was talking about earlier, Eric. And it's just like, oh shit, I want to see that. That's great. Michael just ruined it. You know what I mean? Like I don't want to do that. But I do want to say this, man, and you haven't seen it. So I will start off, with this right here. And Michelle, I did see that, by the way. She said, ignore work. And gave me the grr. Yeah, I'm doing my best. Definitely doing my best for sure. But dude, I have to bring this up, man. Welcome to Derry was probably the highlight of my 2025 horror experience.
Is it done?
Oh yeah, it's done.
Okay, good. In that case, I can binge it tonight as soon as we're done. I don't mess around with weekly releases. I am not that type of person. My brain hurts if I do that. I wait till and the other one I assume you're going to talk about, Stranger Things season 5.
Yeah.
I haven't watched any of season 5. I got a ticket for next Wednesday to see the finale in theaters. Yeah. I'm going to watch the entire season that morning. Go grab some food and then go into the theater and finish it off.
Yeah. Again, like I wanted to bring up Welcome to Derry. Unfortunately, so let me just give you a Stranger Things. I'm not gonna, give anything away with it whatsoever. But I,
Are you going to say it's not that great? I saw. Okay, before you say anything, I saw on Reddit, on one of the many horror subreddits I saw, there's this one popular subreddit that does like a ranking of like,
yeah,
it takes different ranking sites across like 10 or 15 different sites and averages them out, and they do it every single episode, and then they put it in season 5, whatever, not the finale obviously, but the latest episode, which is the last one before the finale, is
Yeah.
like, I think it's the lowest rated episode of the series.
Look, man, I love Stranger Things so much. Let's just say this: I was expecting more, right? I will say that, and once it's a little older, and more people have seen it, I just watched it and I was just like, huh, when it was over, I was just like, huh.
It's one of those, like, I waited that long. It's not that it's bad, but it's like, is it worth that wait?
Here's the thing, right? I don't want to say either way because I don't want to turn somebody off from watching it. You know me, I usually don't toe a line. It's like it's just not. It's not season 4. That's all I'm gonna say. I think that's my best way to say it is it's not season 4, right? I absolutely loved season 4. Season 4 was a banger for me, and it's just I don't know. I don't
Season
know.
4 for me is, I think, 3rd.
I got you.
Yeah, I loved 3. I thought 3 was freaking.
Yeah, 3 was great. It was.
So for me, it's 1, 3, 4,
Yeah.
2.
The whole Billy thing brought it together at the end of 3. Like, it was so good, dude. I absolutely love 3. I do.
Dude, yeah. Billy was one of those characters where, like, you love to hate him. I don't think they gave him enough time for a redemption arc, though, because obviously it wasn't really him. He was a terrible person.
Yeah,
but he wasn't that bad. Like, he wasn't a monster.
he was a kid, dude.
Yeah. Yeah, and I wish they would have given us more than the 30 seconds of that episode.
Yeah.
To like show, hey, yeah, he wants to protect his sister, even though he's a terrible person. He's not a monster. So like, I that's the only critique I have is like, give me like half of that episode where he's like, they've broken him out of that, the control that he was under, and let him really be part of the team. Not necessarily part of the team, but he's the backup QB, comes in to help save the day.
Yeah,
he's Keanu Reeves in The Replacements. Okay.
He is not Joe. Wait, what's his name? Falco. It was Falco in The Replacements.
Falco.
I almost said Flacco. But no,
it's similar.
Very similar. It was Falco. Yes, dude, I love that movie. Gene Hackman, Keanu Reeves. What a fantastic film. Absolutely love it.
One of the best movies, dude. I that's one of my favorite sports movies of all time. Top 10, definitely top 10 sports movies all time for me.
Yeah, dude, it's a feel good sports movie, is what it is. For real. Russell was saying, I didn't know who was going to be on stream. Michael and Eric, sorry, my bad. So there's Russell. He's there. Let's see. I want to go back here. Oh shit. I'm sorry. I got lost in the chat, you guys. I'm sorry. There's just so much. I got backed up so far. I already read that. Sorry. We're gonna start. We're gonna start here. Oh, I'm so lost. All right, we'll start here. Michelle was saying I made that mistake. I'm a major binge watcher, and I watch Welcome to Derry. I was tweaking each week. each week waiting for the release. Yeah, I mean, I just made it a thing, you know, to where it's like I do my Sunday show, then I watch Welcome to Derry. I always made myself a snack. Like as soon as I said, and I'll see you guys next time, you know, I turned everything off. I went and made a snack, sat down, and it was Welcome to Derry time for the next 40 whatever minutes. And then plus I always watch the trailer afterwards.
I'm gonna do your Sunday show and then go watch all of Welcome to Derry.
Hell yeah, man. Hell yeah. Like it's, believe me, the start is a little like kind of where we going here, but it all comes together very nicely.
Dude, I've heard, I can honestly say this. I haven't heard a single bad thing about the show.
Oh, dude, I want you to message me when it's over, you know, when you finish it, and I want to know what you thought, because great storytelling, dude, always has that moment, you know, like it has that moment where you want to get up out of your seat and either fucking cheer or fucking cry. And Welcome to Derry found a way to bring that together into one moment, dude. And that's all I'm gonna say. You know, like they did such a good job of attaching you to characters and building off of the emotion from that.
If I'm guessing correctly, being based on Pennywise and It ripping those characters from you.
I will say nothing. You know what I mean? I will say nothing about that. I don't want to ruin that for you, especially, you know, the people in the chat that haven't seen it yet. But yeah, what a great show, man. Fantastic. And I knew that it had to be on this list for me because it was probably my favorite moment in horror this year. It definitely by far. And that comes with great storytelling.
I could tell you, since I haven't seen that show, but since you brought up your favorite horror moment of this year, yeah. I can tell you what my favorite horror moment of this year is.
Tell me, man. Tell me your favorite. It's what?
It's from a movie. Here's a question, though, before I go into it. How long can we go back before we talk about potential spoilers for like Black Phone 2? It's already out on streaming. Been out for a minute. Since I'm
shit, I don't know. I haven't even seen it. Yeah.
Okay.
I didn't watch it.
There's a part in Black Phone 2.
Yeah.
Where an antagonist is in combat or a protagonist is in combat with an antagonist. Yeah. And oh my God, just like brutality.
Yeah.
In such a positive way that I got goosebumps. And I saw that movie in theaters 4 times.
Jesus.
I loved Black Phone 2. Like, dude, the grab. You saw the first one, right?
I did, yes.
The grabber's fear or his scariness comes from like the mystery, in my opinion. Like you don't know what he's gonna do. He's just creepy.
Yeah.
In part 2, the scariness of the grabber comes from just how violent and just angry and brutal he is.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there's one point where he's like, you made me kill my brother, the only person I loved in this world. I am going to hurt you. And like the emphasis he puts on these words, bro, he is terrifying. And there's a part toward the end of the movie where, dude, it's just freaking bonkers violent. And
bonkers is a good word.
I love bonkers. Bonkers isn't used enough anymore, but
it's not.
It's just,
we're bringing it back.
So, dude, it's so good. Right. That's one of the highlights for me for the year too, because I expected like a good thing in terms of, you know, a good movie out of Black Phone 2.
Yeah,
it exceeded my expectations.
Hell yeah, man, and that's what you want. You know what I mean? Like I don't put a lot on sequels for the simple fact that there's probably only a handful of sequels that have ever been better than the original, in my opinion. You know what I mean? Like there's not a lot.
No.
So I never put a lot of weight on sequels. So if it reaches your expectations, that's definitely a good thing for sure.
Yeah,
Michelle is saying I can't wait for Welcome to Derry to continue for the next few seasons. Yeah, they're saying that they're gonna do 3 seasons. And
I heard that.
And that leads me to this too, because the showrunner for Welcome to Derry is who? It's Brad Caleb Kane. Oh, Brad Caleb Kane. That name sounds familiar. Why does that sound familiar? Oh, I don't know. Maybe because he's doing Crystal Lake as well. So, with Welcome to Derry being what it was, and as happy as I was watching Welcome to Derry, I'm like, if I can get half of that for Crystal Lake's going to be freaking awesome. That made me so happy. I don't know if you guys remember before Welcome to Derry came out, and we talked about Crystal Lake. I was like, I want to see Welcome to Derry. I want to see how that does, because I'm going to kind of gauge how nervous or how worried I'm going to be about Crystal Lake being any good based off how Welcome to Derry does. Welcome to Derry exceeded my expectations, to be honest, by a lot. Okay. And that just makes me hopeful for Crystal Lake. And what we know about Crystal Lake, they're saying it's a thriller. It's not really a slasher, but that makes sense if you're telling the story of Pamela, right? I can't wait, dude. I cannot wait. Linda Cardellini's awesome. And they're saying that her performance is freaking amazing. So I can't wait. Sorry to jump into 2026 when we're wrapping up 2025, but that's what I got from Welcome to Derry for me.
No, you're good. I actually realized right after I finished talking about that shortly before this stream, I got a new favorite horror moment of 2025. And I can't talk about it.
Yeah,
I can't talk about it at all.
What movie it's in, but I haven't seen it yet. You can't ruin it for me here.
Yeah, I don't know. I doubt it. Quick show of hands in the chat, because it's seemingly nowhere. Like, I know plenty of people have seen it, like in terms of reviewers, like Killjoy Jake and Splattercast and like other YouTube channel reviewers and stuff. But I don't know, like many, like, I don't want to say regular, because that's a weird word, but like just average like moviegoers who have seen the new Silent Night Deadly Night. Quick show of hands in the chat if anyone's seen it. I will say there is a scene in that movie and I just watched it earlier, that once it's, you know what, it's for the same reasons as the favorite moment from Black Phone 2. It is carnage in the best way. Like, you're seeing blood and violence that you want to see. Like, and you're like, oh God, keep going. Okay, yeah. But that would be it. And so that was a highlight for me too for the year. I think it will be for you too.
Hell yeah, man. I can't, so the original Silent Night Deadly Night has a lot of nostalgia for me, for the simple fact that I was in Florida when I saw it for the first time as a kid, visiting my uncle, and my aunt, she's like, let's go rent some movies. What do you like? And I was like, I love horror movies. And she's like, me too. We're about to. And we got Silent Night Deadly Night. And I saw it for the first time with her. And she's no longer with us. She passed probably about 15 years ago or so. But there's always that moment that attaches to Silent Night Deadly Night for me, because I know we sat up and I'm like, Killer Santa Claus, this is crazy. You know what I mean? I'm like 7. Like, let's do this, like a Killer Santa Claus is nuts. But I always remember the cover, dude. Like, the cover is something that always sticks out, which I'm assuming is the poster. I've never seen a poster for it. But it's, you've got the chimney and you've got the axe, and it's Silent Night Deadly Night above it. It's iconic. So I am definitely looking forward to seeing the new one. To be honest with you, I forgot it existed before we talked today. And I was just like, oh yeah, Rowan Campbell's in that. I brought that up in our conversation today. And I was like, hopefully he got, because I remembered from talking about it months ago. And then another movie that I forgot and didn't even know came out. So it's like,
okay, Wayne, delete that comment, but that's the one. I know it's a vague comment, but still get rid of it. That's the one. Wayne knows exactly what I'm talking about.
I'm not scrolling it. I'm not there yet. I'm not scrolling it down yet.
I know that's very generic, Wayne, but just still get rid of it, because I don't want any lead up to it. I want whenever somebody watches it, to go in and be like, okay, what are we doing here? Oh, bro, Wayne knows. Wayne is a man of a man of high society. I see.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, dude, what WTD was the horror highlight show?
Yeah, Welcome to Derry. Yeah,
I was like, WTD.
I
I
agree.
don't know why I thought Walt Disney. I was like, WT Walt Disney, what?
No. Michelle, if you're talking about Welcome to Derry's opening, yeah, it's just like we're gonna play like the softest, cutest music, and then we're gonna jump right into chaos. Like it was so good, man, so good. Eric, I can't wait for you to watch that.
I'm not kidding. I'll have it watched by tomorrow morning.
Hell yeah, hell yeah.
So
James
what was
saying
your
I'm
high
not.
point, though?
What's that?
Sorry, I'll wait till after this.
James was saying I'm not much into it. So Welcome to Derry sounds boring to me. I got you, man, dude. It's crazy. Well, you like what you like, brother.
I heard somebody say, I think it was Killjoy Jake actually. He said, well, he liked Welcome to Derry better than every It movie that's been released, including the Tim Curry. He said he liked it better than that, and I'm like,
I don't know if it's a fair comparison. You know, like I really don't, because you got to remember the Tim Curry version of It was a TV movie. I don't know if it's a fair comparison. Definitely nostalgia is on the side of, you know, the Tim Curry It, because it made me scared of clowns. It made me look at clowns different. We'll say that. But Welcome to Derry's great. You know, I'd really have to think about that. Like that'd be a lot of back and forth in my brain, and I'm already too scatterbrained. Let's see. Russell was saying Nightmare on Elm Street vibes for Black Phone 2. All right. Wayne is saying my highlights for horror movies in 2025 are those children going after her in Weapons. The ending of Bring Her Back and Slow Dance and Sinners. A shame I only liked Bring Her Back. I only liked Bring Her Back out of 3. Dude, and I know we talked a little bit about this, and I'll bring this up because Bring Her Back definitely that was a great horror movie that I never want to watch again. If that makes sense.
I haven't seen that one. I know it's from the same people who did Let Her In. Or let me in, or is it Let Me In?
I know it was A24. That I do know.
But you remember the one with the hand?
Talk to me.
Talk to me. Yeah, it's the same people. It's the exact same filmmakers that made that one.
It takes place in Australia, so yeah, it's good, but I'm good only seeing it one time. You know what I mean? It's one of those to where it's like there are certain scenes that kind of like stained on my brain after seeing it, to where you're just looking at the screen like, oh my god, I can't believe this is happening. Like, oh my god. Check it out. It actually made me cover my mouth a few times, like, oh my freaking god. Like
I mean, Talk to Me had a couple of those too. Like
when the kid's banging his head on the desk.
Yeah, dude, I was just thinking about that. I was just like, oh god, stop.
I think in this one they topped that, and I think they did this scene on purpose to top that, because there's a table scene in this one too, and that's all I'm gonna say. And it's even worse. It is. It's even worse, and But like I said, it was a great movie. If I ever own it on Blu-ray, it will be for a collection, and it's not one that I plan on being like, hey, let's watch Bring Her Back again tonight. You know what I mean? Like,
stay in the plastic.
Yeah, let's go ahead and, I'm feeling kind of like Bring Her Back again tonight. It's like, no, you're not.
Feeling kind of like I want to be traumatized all over. What did Michael say in The Office? I'm ready to be hurt again.
Like I said, though, the acting in it is fantastic. There is a character named Connor who's a kid. Fantastic. Like, you're gonna look at that like, holy shit, whether you like the movie or not. There's no way to deny this kid's acting. And the main girl as well too. They did a great job acting in this one. But let me catch up on some of these. I am getting so far behind. Michael G is saying, oh, okay. I did like Strangers too, unlike most people. But the boar scene, really, come on, one of the worst scenes for me. That's
I commend you on the courage to say out loud that you enjoyed
hey,
Strangers Chapter 2.
you like what you like, man. Like
Yeah,
all
like
are welcome
you
here.
can't help it, and not, I'm being so sincere, like that.
Yeah.
I commend you on that, like, because I will be honest and say you're the first person I've heard say that they enjoyed it, and that's
Somebody,
okay. There's
somebody
nothing wrong
likes
with
it.
that.
Somebody
Yeah,
likes it. Hell yeah.
I think if they hadn't had a 3-picture deal at the beginning, 2 would have never been made.
That's fair. I remember from the beginning when we heard that, Strangers was coming out, that they told us off rip, like, hey, in the second one, we're going to start diving into the backgrounds of people.
And
And
they
I
told
remember,
from the beginning.
yeah. And
It's true.
I remember, thinking like, why would you want to do that if there's strangers? Like the fact is, why are you doing this? Because you were home, why are you doing this? Why not? Like it left those no reasons, because if you remember in The Strangers, it was, why are you doing this? And she said, because you're home. And the strangers pray it. Yeah, it is terrifying. And in Pray at Night, she's got the shotgun on the girl and she says, why are you doing this? And she goes, why not?
Why not?
What the fuck? You fucking serious?
That if somebody has a motive, then they're giving you a way to avoid it.
Yeah.
Like Billy's motive. Oh, this cheating, this infidelity in a relationship caused my family to fracture and fall apart. Don't commit infidelity. That goes away.
Yeah.
But if it's just simply because they were bored and you were home, there's nothing you can do to avoid it.
No,
You're simply at their mercy. And that's terrifying.
And they all kind of look badass too. Let me break that down to like the 5th grade level. You know what I mean? Like they all looked fucking badass. When you saw the 3 of them standing together on that cover, dude, with the mask, and then, oh god, dude, so good, so good. Like one of the things I always wanted to do, and this kind of nerdy in itself, but if I ever did do like because you guys know I don't really cosplay. I always wear t-shirts. You know what I mean? The most you might get a hockey mask on me, right? But if I ever did, I always thought, which would be cool because, we go to Scarefest every year and there's that long ass line, would be like rolling in a truck, like 3 people dressed as the fucking strangers with the fucking music playing, dude. And you get out and you drag your axe walking. Dude, it's so cool. Like so nerdy, but yet so cool and fitting for that. I always thought that would be like a cool entrance down there. So much fun. So much fucking fun.
I'll say Stranger Chapter 2 was a low point, but it was an expected low point.
Yeah, like I wasn't surprised.
Yeah, but it was definitely like I still maintained a little bit of hope that like maybe like they were establishing some stuff so they can elevate it from here. Now,
one thing that pissed me off about that movie was they gave a backstory to Tamra.
We don't need it.
We don't need it. I don't want it either. You know what I mean? Like there's a difference between need and want. I didn't want it. I didn't need it. And you gave me a backstory to something. It's like, not only are you going to tell me about you guys, you're going to take this from me too. It's like, why does this have to have any, like, oh God, why?
Michelle, which one are you going to be? Pinup or what? It's Pinup and what? Baby doll?
Baby doll. Yeah.
Which one are you going to be, Michelle? Pinup or baby doll?
Oh yeah. See, that's a ride or die right there. I'm telling you.
That's what I'm
like,
talking
you know what
about.
I mean? Like, yes. You can be whatever one you want. We're gonna have to borrow Eric's truck though, because I don't have one.
We'll make it work, dude. We should. We'll talk later.
I know. It's like you didn't do it good enough, so here it is. I got you. Yes. Let me see. Let me jump back again. I just scroll down. Dear God.
Yes, my child.
Well, yes, child. Well, yes. I'm lost. I'm lost in the chat. I'm so sorry. Completely lost. I'm just gonna, if I missed anything, put it back up. I'm so lost in the chat right now. We got going, dude. Weapons. We didn't talk about weapons. I dug it, man. It was a little crazy, a little Pulp Fiction-ish to me. You know what I mean? The way it very almost Tarantino. But I enjoyed it. You
Yeah.
know, like I absolutely freaking enjoyed it, man. It was, I don't know, it was different. And I love what's her name? Ruth from Ozark. Blonde curly hair.
Oh yeah,
Juliet,
yeah.
no.
Julie
What
Garner.
is it? Julia Garner?
Julie.
Julie
Julia?
Garner?
Julie or Julia? I think it's
I don't know.
I think it's Julie Garner. Weapons starring Julia Garner.
Juliet, yeah, I said Juliet. I was close, right? I was close. Yeah, dude. I mean, I absolutely loved her as Ruth in Ozark. And you want to talk about intense dialogue with her? Like, she had the accent in Ozark and everything. And she was like a bitch. Like, that was her thing. Almost like a Beth from Yellowstone, but more of a hillbilly Ozark version. It's so good. And I remember, you know, there was this one line of dialogue that, you know, in the final season where she's just screaming it.
You'll have to kill me.
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
Dude, that soundbite is everywhere.
Yeah.
If you want to stop me, you're gonna have to. Yeah, that one.
Yeah, dude. She had someone died close to her in that moment. I don't want to ruin Ozark for anyone who hasn't seen it. It's fucking fantastic. And she's just like, she's unhinged, you know, and that's a character that's always kind of somewhat unhinged, but she was getting better and everything, and then that shit fucking went down. Dude, Ozark was freaking crazy, but I think she did a great job in that, for sure. Like, so I really liked Weapons, and it wasn't just because of her, and it wasn't because they were all doing the anime run with their arms out. You know, I thought the ending, and the ending did make me laugh. You know, where the lady's running and they're chasing. You know, that's all I'm gonna say if you haven't seen Weapons. You know, but she's hauling ass through like backyards and everything, and these kids don't give a shit.
Dude,
like,
my favorite part is actually like 5 seconds before that, when the thing happens and all you hear is the person who's about to be chased go, "Oh no."
Yeah.
And and it just goes. That's like the realization that the jig is up.
Yeah.
And so my one thing about Weapons, and maybe you have an explanation. What was with the AR that the guy sees when he's in the dream sequence above the house?
I don't remember. And I just watched this not too terribly long ago.
It was like, and here's the thing. No one can say, because it has nothing to do with the story, has nothing to do with the movie. And it's like, what is this? In terms of the non-linear storytelling, I love that. And I specifically love non-linear storytelling that overlaps.
Yeah.
Because like a lot of times you'll just see the pieces out of order.
Right.
With this one, the pieces, it's basically the sequence of events, and then it goes back and shows you that same sequence from someone else's point of
perspective.
View.
Yeah.
And I love that because for me, the biggest difference is the police officer. I won't give any more details other than the police officer. You see the police officer's interaction with another character that gets physical, right?
Then you just kind of turn it around.
And then you see it again from the other person's point of view, and the situation plays out differently. Like, he's a lot more aggressive. And like, I love that because you get to see like, okay, well, which one's real? And like, maybe the truth is something like right in the middle. But dude, I love that. Like and this is one I watched Weapons way later. Like after all the hype was out, I honestly, I probably only watched it within like the last month and a half.
Oh, okay.
And I was really surprised because a lot of times, like spoilers don't ruin a movie for me, but hype does.
No
Like,
shit. That's what happened to me with a couple movies.
Dude, if someone overhypes a movie
Yeah.
and then I go see it, I just get let down because I'm like, dude,
You've done
everyone says
set the
it's a
bar
great-
so high at this point.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. And this one was one where, like, I think the hype was right at the right level. Like, everyone was talking about like how good it is and everything, and then I'm like, okay, I watched it. It's like they were right. It's really good. Like, it was nothing crazy over the top. There's still some questions afterwards, but yeah. And Julia Garner, her performance is honestly, it's really like it's so complicated because she does some stuff when you really think about it that's really messed up.
Yeah, she
But
does.
You feel bad for her because she's like, I don't want to give anything away, but like
to an extent, but she brought some of it on herself. You know what I mean? Like she did some questionable things, we'll say, for sure. But yeah, you got to think though, you know, looking at this movie, it's probably only like 20 minutes long. The weapons, you know, the story is only like 20 minutes long, but you have it from so many different perspectives, you know, it's not really that long. You know what I mean? Like if you were to just see the story once through, it wouldn't be long at all. You know what I mean? It's just like, we're going to show you this again, but then we're going to show you, you know, it from this perspective. Then we're going to show you from this perspective. And yeah, hell yeah, man. Hell yeah. Let me catch up on some of these real quick.
Michelle just answered that question. That's awesome, Michelle. I didn't know that. Thanks for pointing that out.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. Let's see. Wayne is saying my hot takes. I didn't like Weapons or Sinners. Weapons wasted Mize with a gimmick of different points of view, explanation lame. Sinners first 40 minutes was too slow. A poor form of Dusk Till Dawn. Yeah, I immediately made the Dusk Till Dawn connection with Sinners, and I believe I told you that right away, Eric. I said, yeah, it's a good movie, but it's not an original story by any means. And they were promoting that as, you know, being an original story. But you can do that with a lot of movies. You know what I mean? You can definitely do that. I mean, we actually talked about that earlier today. It's like, well, Star Wars is kind of Jesus. You know what I mean? Like, if you really want to break it down, you know, we're kind of talking about the chosen one here. It's,
you know what with Sinners, because I thought Sinners was good. Like, yeah. I 1000% saw the parallels between it and Dusk Till Dawn. I do think they added a cultural aspect in there, which I appreciated. Like, they gave it a reason for existing, which I liked. The whole music being able to like bridge the gap between like the afterlife and different worlds I love that concept. And that music scene, like, no one can deny how awesome that music scene was. But you know what actually like just elevated, like if I had to give it like a, you know, a 1 out of 10 score, something that after credit scene gave it a whole nother point for me.
I did like the after credit scene. Let me ask you this. Which was the greater music scene? The music scene in Sinners or the music scene in Dusk Till Dawn?
Okay, listen. Those are two. That's apples and oranges. All right. You know why one is great.
Moving on. Let's see what else we got. Paula said Love Weapons totally effed up. Yeah, it's just like, well, they both had music scenes, technically. You know what I mean? It totally happened. Loved Weapons totally effed. Yeah, Weapons was good. It was. I enjoyed it. I did. Michelle said Sinners I didn't like. Too boring. I got you. Wayne coming through with the DVD set. I have the complete series of Ozark on DVD. Dude, I didn't know that was available on physical media. I may.
And he's going on a shopping trip tomorrow.
I may be. Oh, speaking of things, you guys know I talked about the Nightmare on Elm Street 4K box set with the steelbooks where Nightmare on Elm Street came and 4K. They put the Nightmare on Elm Street series on 4K, and it's like $400 for this steel. But they're all steel books. They come in a box, you know, like Freddy's sweater. You know, it's a collector's. You got to be a major collector. I got the next best thing for Christmas though, and I want to share this because it was my gift from my mom, and she came through, and I got the 4Ks of A Nightmare on Elm Street. You know, they're just regular discs, and they just come in a slipcover. But she got me the 4K version, so I do have copies of the movies in 4K. And I will say this: the 4K transition to Nightmare on Elm Street 4 looks like a new movie. Absolutely fantastic. It looks so damn good. Especially 4. I haven't watched 3 yet, and I was worried about 3 because in Blu-ray you can see the strings and shit. So I can only imagine on 4K you're gonna see what thread count these strings have in 4K. But you know, I just want to give a big shout out to moms there for Christmas. That was my gift this year. And
does that set include the remake?
No, it does not. It's the original run. And you know, I got to be honest with you, Eric, I wasn't too disappointed about that. I was just like, that's fine. Yeah, I don't even have the new one on Blu-ray, I don't think, unless it's in my other set, which I'm not sure. I think I have it on DVD, and I think that was good enough for me.
That's kind of like when they did the Ghostbusters box set, and they intentionally left off the remake with Melissa McCarthy and Kate McKinnon.
Yeah,
they left it out, like they announced it and left it out, and then the director went on like a war path, and they're like, "Oh, my bad, we'll add it in." Well, nope, complaining except for the director.
It's like nobody else wanted it, you know. Like it's I don't know.
Anyway, yeah, I like Sinners. Like I said, I recognize the parallels, but Sinners was I'll say like a midpoint for me.
Yeah. Hell yeah. Let's see. Wayne was saying, I agree the first 40 minutes is way too slow. By the time they get to the party, I'd stop caring. And there are movies like that for me. You know, like there are definitely movies that came out to where it's just like it took too long to land the plane for me. And by the time that they got there, I was just like, yeah, I'm good. You know, so I get it. Gina said, loved Weapons and Sinners, but Strangers Chapter 2, not so much. Yeah. DJ saying, I couldn't find much on Stitches 2 movie, but there was one in progress as for when it is out.
Okay, so that as far as I'm aware, if we're talking about the same Stitches, that movie came out a while ago. If we're talking about the same Stitches, is this one about a killer clown who has an unfortunate accident with a dishwasher? I don't want to give anything else away, but in the comments, whoever made that comment, could you confirm? Because if that's the case, this movie came out I think it's on Netflix years ago. It was very underrated. I actually really like the movie, but wasn't aware of a part 2. I don't know why that would. DJ Play. No, we're not talking about that one. I'm not sure what it is then. Yeah, I haven't heard of Stitches. Stitches outside of that. 2012? I think we're talking about the same movie.
I don't know. I haven't seen it. Whatever.
Yeah, that's definitely Stitches from 2012 is the one where he has, like I said, an unfortunate. It's a killer clown movie. It was good, but that was a long time ago. Not sure why it's in the conversation right now, but yeah.
Oh yeah.
I like that one.
Michael G is saying it's nice to agree with the wife. I love Sinners and Weapons also. Don't get me started on Megan 2. Not really a horror movie, but I like the Housemaid. I saw it this weekend. I saw the first one, and when the second one came out, I was like, yeah, I'm good. You know, so I never saw the second one. I never watched it.
So it was, and I think even Jason Blum kind of acknowledged the misstep they made with it. It gets away from horror, and it goes very Godzilla vs. Kong, if you will. No, not Godzilla vs. Kong. I don't want to give too much away, although the movie. You want to know how underperforming this movie was? The popcorn buckets were being given away for free at my local theater because they could not sell them.
Mm.
That's how underperforming it was. They went away from horror. They went action with it, where because there's not much you can do with Megan after that first one when everything's been revealed.
Yeah.
Like you know what's happening. So that one was like at the beginning of this year. That was like February, right?
It was early. It was early.
It's safe to talk about it in at this point.
And I mean, I haven't seen it, and I don't care. So
okay, if you haven't seen it by now, then and this is probably nothing that isn't in the trailer, honestly. Basically, a new big bad AI comes out that was created by the military, wanting this particular chip that would basically give them like godlike powers.
yeah,
And they have to stop her. And well, Megan comes back. They bring back Megan to help them stop her. So Megan, it becomes an action film with Megan on the side of the good guys.
yeah.
And
No, I'm good.
it's like, did you really like? There's some creepy moments, but it's not horror at all. And even Jason Blum acknowledged that was a misstep, taking it away from the horror aspect. But you can't really do much else with Megan other than have her just keep coming back in a different body and stuff like that.
I just picture like the 80s action guy, trailer guy. It's like, she was a bad guy, but this year she's a good guy and she's pissed off, and it shows her with like guns. Like, it's just like, that's immediately when you said action movie, that's where my brain went.
Dude, it like there's a really funny part that I like where basically like Megan is basically like living on like over the internet, and she's like, yeah, I can help you, but you have to give me a body. So they put her in this little like fucking robot kitten that's like this tall.
Oh
and it's just hilarious because she's like, really, like, what am I supposed to do with this? And they're basically like, yeah, you have a body, but you can't hurt us. And so there's some funny moments, but it's not a horror movie. It's on my list because I did see it in theaters. Low point, very low.
Let me ask you this: what movie surprised you this year, like that you didn't see coming?
Movie that surprised me this year.
Yeah, do you have one?
Let me look at my Companion.
Okay, I didn't see it. It's good
with Jack. Oh God, from The Boys and Scream 5.
Oh, I know the guy you're talking about.
Yeah, Jack Quaid, and Sophie Thatcher. Bro, I went into that not knowing anything. I saw like part of the trailer, had no interest in it, and like I was just like, whatever. It came and went from theaters. I didn't really hear anything else about it.
Yeah,
no chatter whatsoever. One day, like just going through streaming, I was like, hey, you know what? I got nothing better to watch. That movie surprised the hell out of me. Dude, there's
those
like
are always good.
Dude, I go into it not knowing anything.
Yeah.
And you're gonna be blown. I was blown away by it. Like so much so that I literally watched it the next day again because I told my cousin about it, and he was like, yeah, let's have a movie night.
Yeah.
We turned it on again, and I had just as good a time the second day. Like,
that's freaking awesome.
I really, if anyone in the chat saw Companion, let me know what you thought without giving anything away, like anything, because the trailer, if I remember correctly, and it's been a long time, the trailer was really good about not telling you really what's going on.
Yeah. Yeah.
So if that's, yeah, dude, Companion, what about you?
I'll tell you the one that surprised the shit out of me, dude, was Good Boy. That surprised the shit out of me. Didn't see it coming. I will say this about Good Boy, without giving anything away. I've never cared more for a character than watching this movie ever. Like, people, you root for people to win. It's like, I swear to God, if you hurt this dog, like, I am going to be shitty. And I really enjoyed the movie. I didn't see it coming. It just showed up one day. It's like, oh, here's a trailer for Good Boy. Yeah, and it's out. You should check it out. And I did, and I liked it. I did. It's a, indie film. So I really enjoyed it, man, and I felt there was a lot at stake for me watching this movie because I didn't want a
If the
dog
dog
to
is the
die.
main character, yeah,
Yes.
you know it. You know it. There's a lot of things because, like, I think if horror movies have taught us anything, is that like we will watch human beings be slaughtered in the most violent, merciless ways and be totally okay.
Yeah.
The second you even step on a dog's tail and make it yelp, you have lost the audience. You are not. We're no longer on your side. So I heard about it. I've never seen it though.
It's just there's a point in the movie, and this really isn't giving anything away, where the owner puts the dog outside on a chain. And I was pissed for like 5 minutes that happened in the movie. It was raining and shit. You know what I mean? And it becomes a horror moment for this dog out here. And I'm just like, if this asshole didn't do this, you know, look, man, like I really enjoyed it. It's not one that I'll watch over and over and over again. You know, I appreciated, you know, watching it when I watched it. And I immediately after I saw it, I went on Rotten Tomatoes, like, this was good. Like, what are people saying about this? And it got a 91. Which is surprising, man. I was just like, wow, you know, I guess I wasn't the only person that really liked this. So I had definitely had a good experience watching this one for sure.
I had heard about it, and I'll be honest, the only reason I heard about it is because I was talking with someone about Chris Stuckman's movie, Shelby Oaks.
Yeah,
and
I heard about that. I haven't seen it.
I haven't seen it either, but Shelby Oaks, I think it was originally slated to come out at the same day as Good Boy, and there was some like rumor going around that the reason it was pushed back is so that it didn't compete with Good Boy. But then, from what I understand, Good Boy didn't perform that well at the box office, but almost nothing performed that well at the box office this year, it feels like. So I didn't end up seeing either of them yet. Good Boy was one, like I said, I had heard of.
Mm-hmm.
It came and went, and you're like the first person I've heard talk about it, which sucks because the concept is so cool. It seems like you could do a lot with that.
I just kept thinking, like, how did they get a dog to do that? Like, there were a lot of points in that movie where that dog would be looking scared and looking. It's just like, were they fucking with that dog to make it look that way? You know what I mean? Like, it's just like, how mean were you guys to this dog? Because there are moments in that movie where that dog looks over and doesn't matter what species it is. Okay. An oh shit look is an oh shit look on
it's
anything.
Universal.
It's universal, right? And if you've had a dog in your life, you know that when that dog is fucked up, it's going to give you that oh shit moment. Well, he had like 30 oh shit moments. And it's just like, how do you get the dog to do these things? And it's just like, man, either that was a really well-trained dog. And, you know, I hate to be one of those people that be like, it was the best acting I've ever seen. You know, no, but it was good. Like, they did a really good job. And I think that if I was in charge of that movie, there's no way I could ever think to do what they did as well as they did it. Like, it was fucking fantastic.
I'll have to give it a watch. You want to know a fun fact about dog actors before we move on?
Are you going to talk about Old Yeller?
No.
Okay.
Maybe, but
Benji?
Dog actors in general, a lot of times apparently they have to green screen out their tail because even when they're supposed to look scared or something like that, they get so excited that they're doing good that their tail is just wagging away. So a lot of times they have to green screen out their tail and add in a new tail to like look scared because they're so excited they're doing a good job that they look happy no matter what.
You know what else was a cool ass?
Really...
Hell yeah, dude. Like, that's fucking awesome. You know what else was a cool ass dog? Was that dog in Prey. Like, that thing was freaking awesome. The movie Prey.
Yeah. Dude, I watched that when it came out, and then I was like, yeah, it was good, and then just kind of moved on from it.
I've moved on. I no longer need that movie.
Not like, I don't know. I know a lot of people hyped it up, like really, like they really loved it.
I loved it.
That's cool. I watched it once, and I was like, yeah, it was good. It was okay.
Oh, I loved it. That was my second favorite Predator movie of all time. I fucking loved it. I thought it was fantastic.
It's probably like my fourth.
Oh, good God. I don't know if I could put anything else in front of that. Let's see. Genius saying loved Companion. Watch it and don't read or watch anything about it. Oh
Gina
yeah.
knows what's up.
Paula said Hard Eyes. I loved. Between his Instagram pics and his performance in Hard Eyes, I have a newfound crush on Chad. That's one of those movies I forgot even existed. To be honest,
I loved it.
I haven't seen it. I'll have to check it out. Like I don't know.
You know what it is though, right?
Yes. I remember when it was coming out. I was like, oh, I'm gonna check that out, and then I never did.
Dude, they so perfectly like make fun of a rom-com while being a rom-com and also a horror movie.
Yeah.
Like there's one point where two girls are having a phone call, and one of them in a conversation lists like or says the title of like 10, I want to say like 8 to 15 different well-known rom-coms.
Mm-hmm.
Like in conversation, without being like, oh yeah, this is the title of rom-com. It's like, yeah, this you found this and this, and it's like, but when you actually look at it, it's like, okay, well, Crazy Stupid Love, that's a rom-com, and then like, it was just a weird little Easter egg. The twist in it isn't the best, obviously. Like, it's not the kickoff of some huge franchise by any means, but it was really solid. I had a good time with it. It had some decent fight scenes, some decent kills. There's some hilarious points in it too.
Oh yeah.
Dude, I would say give it like a watch. That one like lower end of a high point for me. Like it's not midpoint, but it's not like the highest of high. I had a good time with it though.
Oh yeah, man. Oh yeah. Jerry, remind everybody to hit that like button. If you haven't hit that like button, please do so. Wayne also chiming in on Hard Eyes, saying it was fun, and so is Gina. Enjoyed it as well. Oh yeah. Michael G said, I think that Megan was the idea for a man's hope for an improvement blow up doll. All right.
Can't say it was mine.
Michelle says, I don't know if anyone is familiar with Curry Barker or Milk and Cereal, but it's an independent horror film that's so good with barely a budget. Film companies were impressed with him, and now he has ... or 3 dots. A movie coming out in 2026 called Obsession. I'm excited to see it. Hell yeah.
I think I've heard of that. I think I've heard of Obsession.
Val's also dropping the link for Eric's YouTube channel. Thanks for that, Val. Yeah, go over and check him out. Val. He's got stuff over there, and it's Eric. Go check out Eric's stuff. Wayne said, my biggest surprise, non-horror that was really good, Eternity. It's got one of the Olsens, a romantic comedy fantasy drama. So good. All right, man.
Well, so Elizabeth Olsen's Scarlet Witch.
Yeah,
from
she's
Marvel.
The non-twin.
I think she's actually is she the older sister to the twins?
I have no idea.
Me either. Anyways, I heard about it and I saw like marketing for it, but I never watched the movie. But I don't know. Like I love Miles Teller. He's in one of my favorite rom-coms of all time. And it seemed like it was going to be good. It's just one of those I never got around to watching. And it is still fairly new. It's, I think, within the past like 2 months. So.
Oh, yeah. Michelle's excited to see Psycho Killer, Send Help, Ready or Not 2. Here I Come. Some of the ones I'm excited for, and Scream 7, of course, in 2000.
I was about to say, I was reading the beginning of that list. I'm like, where's Scream 7?
Yeah.
So the Psycho Killer is, I think, Eli Roth's next picture. That comes out a week before Scream 7.
Okay.
Ready or Not 2. Have you seen the preview for that? Did you see Ready or Not, I assume?
I don't think so.
What?
I don't know.
The one
Maybe.
where she has to play hide and seek and like survive the night?
I don't remember. I'll look it up when this is over, and I'll let you know. It sounds familiar. It sounds familiar.
Oh my gosh! Okay, so
if I did, it probably just didn't leave much of an impression on me. If I
feel like it would have left an impression. The ending it like specifically would have left an impression. I feel like the story they came up with is for part 2, because at the end of the first one, I was kind of like, okay, well, how are they going to make another one of those? But then then the trailer come out. Sarah Michelle Gellar's in it, and I'm like, okay, I can get on board with this. But then the story that they lay out in the trailer, I'm like, I stand corrected. That is a great way to continue it.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, dude, definitely check it out if you haven't seen the first one. It's an entertaining movie. Like, it is so entertaining.
Oh yeah. Let's see. Sorry, lost my place again. Paula said, I'm wondering if that Halloween TV series is still happening. No updates. Yeah, I mean,
I never even heard of that, honestly.
yeah, so when Miramax got the rights, Malik announced that there was going to be a TV series. That was a year and a half ago at this point, I believe. As soon as they announced it, I went live on the channel, and I was like, we have to
My
talk about
assumption
this.
is Halloween's
Yeah.
on ice for at least the next 2-3 years. It's my
They
assumption.
might be waiting to see how Welcome to Derry and Crystal Lake do as TV shows.
My assumption was they're gonna wait on the Jason universe to see, because when Halloween was doing great, it had almost no competition in terms of big franchises like Scream. But Scream, what did Scream 2022 was when Scream 5 came out.
I think so.
So, and Halloween was already well in 2018, obviously. And then, so when that started, when they kicked that back off, none of the major franchises were really, none of the other major franchises were at play.
Right.
I feel like they're we already know Scream 7's coming out next year. Scream 8 has already been greenlit, probably coming out 2027. It's starting filming early 2026, early next year. Jason Universe, we know that TV show's coming out, and then I'm assuming a movie. If old Skylar White is to be believed, when I asked him,
right,
he's like, I can't say that I'm going to be in a movie. He's like, but I can say I'm still under contract. So, so I feel like you've got 2 of the major horror franchises going at once with Jason Universe and Scream. You're going to have more competition at that point. So I don't know if I feel like they're going to wait to bring it back.
It's, for me, the friendly competition that there is, I think that we all win. You know what I mean? Like, whether
As
you're
fans,
yeah,
1,000%.
we all freaking win. It's, dude, I'm so excited to get I know that Jason has been cast for Crystal Lake. He's filmed. He is younger. So I'm looking for it, because now you're jumping all over the place, because he drowned in 57. So that tells me that there's going to be times in there that are before 57. So there's so much speculation in my brain that I just can't. I would probably drive anyone that listened to me nuts, with all the things that I'm thinking with it. So I'm just sitting here quietly waiting. Like, please be good. Like that's what I want. Melissa says, Jerry, whatever happened to the Wrong Turn movie? Yeah, Jerry, what happened? Where's it at?
They're perfect the way they are.
Where is it at?
Okay, so Wayne. Sorry. I see a comment that Wayne made, and that's one of several reasons I haven't seen Together. But it's a major reason I have not and will not watch Together. I don't know if you saw. Are you aware of the movie Together with Dave Franco and Allison Brie?
I don't know, dude. I've seen so many trailers. It's hard for me to remember, what I've seen and whatnot. Like James Franco, you'd think I would remember that.
Dave Franco.
Oh, then no, probably not.
Younger brother who happens to be married to Allison Brie.
Okay.
So, long story short about the movie, they go into, I think they're at a cabin or something, and it's a weird relationship thing.
Is he the one from the Magic movies?
Yes.
Okay.
Now You See Me?
Yeah, Now You See Me. Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
Now I know who you're talking about.
And they start it's a body horror, so they start combining and becoming one, in a really messed up.
I do remember something about that.
Okay, so here's the thing. They're actively being sued because like an unknown writer
Mm.
apparently who has proof enough to like get legal representation in the matter pitched them that idea and
And they
they turned
stole
it
it.
down. They turned it down and then went and wrote their own version of it
Mm.
and made it into a movie.
Oh, that's fucking shit.
And apparently like key story beats, overall premise, like everything. And I'm like, I can't get behind that. So
I got you.
so yeah, I will not be watching together. Also, I'm not a huge body horror person. I don't know. I never got into body horror. I'm not sure. Like, oh god, what was the Demi Moore, Margaret Qualley one?
Oh, I just talked about this movie like 2 days
I think
ago.
that was last year, right?
Yeah. It's a one-word title.
Yeah. But then again, we
It'll
were trying
hit
to think
me,
of
and I'll
we're
scream
trying
it
to
out
think-
in the middle of us talking
Yes,
about something else.
we were trying to remember Long Legs earlier too, which is a one-word title.
What I
Longfellow.
I said Longfellow. Yeah. I was like, oh
Longfellow.
yeah, I said, I know it's not it, but Longfellow keeps coming to my fucking mind. with that.
Longfellow Deeds. That's what that reminded me of. The Substance. Thank
Substance.
you.
Yes.
Wayne.
Yes.
Evil Dead. I am
Is that
very
2026 Evil Dead Burn?
I think that's supposed to be next year. Yeah.
Okay.
Dude, I know it's not this year, it's last year. Evil Dead Rise was one of my top 5 of the year, man. I enjoyed the hell out of that movie.
Yeah, I
Like,
liked
the
Rise.
way-
I didn't like it as much as Evil Dead 2013, but I did like Rise.
2013 was the bomb, dude.
2013 was the shit. I loved it.
I met her too. I made a point of meeting Jane Levy because of that.
2013, I think, is probably my favorite Evil Dead movie. And that might be blasphemy to, big Evil Dead fans. But I think that it's my favorite out of all of them.
It's my second favorite behind number 2, which is weird. For me, it's 2, 2013, 1, 2, 2013, 1, Rise, and then Army of Darkness. Army of Darkness was it was a comedy. It wasn't even a horror movie at that point.
Oh, yeah.
So, but yeah, The Substance was about it was a little bit too much body horror for me, but I thought the story was the story kept me engaged enough that I'm like, oh God, just,
Yeah.
I get it.
Oh, yeah. Russell's saying Violent Night 2 with Hopper is next year, and I'm looking forward to. I like the first one. I actually own it. I thought it was fun.
That was a surprising one from last year, dude. Like,
Yeah.
I was not expecting that, and then like,
was it 2023? I think it was 23.
was it
Violent.
23?
I think so.
You might be right.
Yeah. Actually, I'm pretty sure it was 23.
22.
Oh shit. And here I am
Gee.
saying, I'm pretty sure that was 20. I knew it wasn't last year.
December 2nd, 20. God, it's 3 years ago.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah. But I dug that for sure.
Dude, it was so like out of nowhere.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting it. It was good. Michelle said Send Help is Sam Raimi and has Rachel McAdams. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Melissa, yeah, we were talking about this earlier, Melissa. What I heard, Silent Night's new movie has Ronan in it for men's. Yeah, it does. It definitely does.
Yeah, bro. Oh my God, I'll send it to you. I'll send it to you after this. You got to watch it, and then when it gets to the part, you're gonna know when it gets to the part I'm talking about, and just let me know what you think.
Let's see. Yeah, you did. I thought I did. That's why I was like, you know what? I watched so many trailers. I didn't want to say anything until we got there, but yeah, I was pretty sure. I do remember that. Jacob Ware is in the chat as well, saying hello to everyone. What's up, dude? I hope you're doing well, man. Good to see you. Michael says maybe I should just call off tomorrow and just watch horror movies, dude. I need to do that too. I won't, but I
only
want
worked
to.
2 days this week.
I want to.
Got plenty of time to watch horror movies.
James said, I think the song Born in USA drives me to drink. How many times have you said he was born in USA is truly cringe? All right.
Where did that come from?
It's just a random James fact of the night, bro. And he'll drop those on you. You just have to 100%.
Roll with the punches.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my gosh. Yeah, the stuff. I enjoyed it.
All right.
Can I throw a question out for you, Michael?
Sure.
What do you think the worst horror movie to come out this year was?
That I watched?
Strangers Chapter 2.
Well, shit, man. You took away my...
We already talked about that one.
Yeah, I know. That was my worst. Like, I was not happy about that whatsoever, man. I could tell you my most disappointing.
That one. That's perfect. What's your most disappointing?
Conjuring 4. Wrapping everything up. I wanted more. Now, I liked it better than 3. All right, but I didn't think it was going to be better than 1 or 2. I didn't, and it fell into the place that I thought it would, but I don't know, man. I'm really torn with The Conjuring 4 for the simple fact that I think that I'm seeing a lot of the things that I like in it because I want to like it so bad versus what I'm actually getting. You know what I mean? There were certain things in it that I was just shaking my head at. Like, now the relationship between Ed and Lorraine I thought was solid. You know, Vera and Patrick, dude, they kill it. Their chemistry as a couple on screen, dude, they kill it every time. So I don't put anything on them for that, right? They can only do so much. They can only carry a film so much. But there were just certain things in it, man. I wasn't a big fan of the ghost in the basement, you know, chasing the girl with the axe through the living room that was hanging out in the basement. Like, to me, that didn't really bring like a when you had the first one, you had Bathsheba, and then you had Valak in the second one. Right, your eyes alone,
dude,
you know what I'm talking about.
Was like,
right,
terrifying.
Bro, like that's we got a problem. You know what I mean? I never really felt like the Warrens weren't gonna win in this one. And I think when the mirror rose up and just started spinning, that's when I threw my hands up, like, all right, I'm good. You know what I mean? Like, it didn't hit the way that I wanted it to. But you know, I did like it more than 3. That's really all I can say about it. The mother-daughter dynamic, I like how they went back and kind of told a story there with that. But to me, it almost felt like a passing of the torch to her. Like, if they're going to continue, that it's going to be her and her husband. It felt a lot like that towards the end, to where it's like, here now, especially when Ed throws him the keys at the end. You know, he throws him the keys to the room, and he says, "Welcome to the family." He says, "Welcome to the family," but was he really saying in, you know, cinematic language, this is your house now? You know what I mean? And your responsibility. Is that the direction you're going to go? Because it felt like that for me. And I don't really think that was the closure that I wanted with the Warrens. You know, like I just felt like there needed to be more of a risk there, more of a fight for them. They pumped it up like it was going to be, and they acted like it was going to be in the movie, but I don't know, man. It just didn't hit with me right. And I hope that that's easy to follow, because I'm kind of all over the place with what I'm saying about this movie. It's only because I care so much about the franchise. Like, I do.
Yeah.
But you know,
it's
a $500 million movie, Eric. That's what it made, you know, worldwide.
Can't be
there's
mad
gonna
at
be
it.
more shit. You know, that you are not gonna not make $500 million and not do anything after that. You know, so the only thing I can hope that to get some little bit of, you know, what it started is maybe like a guest appearance by Vera in the TV show, maybe. I don't really think that Patrick Wilson is probably going to do it, and that's explainable because Ed passed away before Lorraine did in real life, so that's kind of explainable. But I don't know what direction it's heading in after the movie. But dude, the movie I don't know, it just didn't really do it for me the way I wanted it to close down. And maybe that's a little selfish on my part for not getting what I want, but at the same time, it didn't really give me it didn't give me what I wanted out of it.
Didn't give you the warm and fuzzy.
Well, yeah, I mean, or the terror, really, man. Like, Conjuring movies are notorious, even if they're jump scares, to at least give you a good. And I think I got one in that, and I remember, like, when I was watching it, it startled me, was the hand on the daughter's shoulder when they were in the restaurant. Like, I didn't see it at first, and I was like, oh shit, there's a fucking hand there. You know what I mean? Like, that was it, man. Like, that was really, there wasn't a whole lot. It was I mean, the ceiling falling on the girl, I may have jumped there, but it wasn't like that's more of someone making a loud sound in another room when you're focused on something else than a scared jump. You know what I mean?
And they had like the mirror room, which he was trying on dresses. Like, I know it was supposed to like be tension building and stuff.
Yeah, but it
Didn't get anything from it.
No, there's a little troll under her dress, like she squatted down. There was still, one of her standing in the background, like a taller, whatever the fuck it was, standing. And it was like, I see what you're trying to do, but it's just not.
It's not hidden.
No, it's not. So I don't hate this movie, but I do think that it's my biggest disappointment. I think because I wanted it to be good so much, if that makes sense.
It makes perfect sense. And you can be a good movie and still be disappointing because your hopes were so high. And so my biggest disappointment, it's kind of a tie. I'm only going to give one to save time, and I talked about it earlier. It's the video game one. And I think Wayne called it out, Until Dawn.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've heard of it. Essentially, you get trapped in this like fucking kind of a Groundhog Day scenario. The only way to leave is to survive until dawn.
Yeah.
And each day, something new is trying to kill you. Like, it could be like fucking zombies. It could be a parasite. It could be like fucking giant spiders.
Sounds like Cabin in the Woods.
Imagine that, right?
Yeah.
You just have to survive. But each day, the things that happened to you the previous days kind of affect you, slowly start building and affecting you in the present, right? They spend about 5 minutes going over that. Like, oh my God, how many? It's one of those things where you're like, okay, well, let's see what news going to get them. What's new that's going to get them today. Let's see today. No, it's like you see one, and then you see them like all of a sudden figuring it out again, and then saying like, how many days have we already been here? And then they look in this logbook, and it's like, we've already been here this many days. It's like, bitch, I didn't see you die that many times. Like, you wasted this premise.
Yeah.
Like, could have had a really good just montage, like a whole slew of different kills. And it's wasted. Absolutely wasted. That's probably my biggest disappointment, tied with I Know What You Did Last Summer.
Hell yeah. Well, I told you about I Know What You Did Last Summer. Like, I watched the trailer for that and I was like, I'm good. I'll just wait until, everybody else is like, lets me know. And, I didn't hear anything good from it. And, I wasn't a big fan of the originals. I liked the first one, but anything after that, I was just like, I don't know. It just really wasn't. I don't know. I just never really got into that.
They took a swing at the end that I don't think landed entirely, but I commend them on taking a swing, because it's a swing a lot of people have said needs to be taken in Scream.
Yeah.
While I disagree, I don't think it's wise. I don't think it necessarily worked for I Know What You Did Last Summer. I give them like flowers for actually taking the swing.
Right.
So I'm not going to say what it is for anybody who hasn't seen it.
I already know. Yeah. I already know.
And like good on you for trying it.
Yeah.
Like I'll give you because that's something new that
Yeah.
a lot of franchises haven't done. So I commend them on that. Short of that,
Hell yeah. Let's see what we got here. Just because. Oh my god. I see Michelle was asking about Parks and Rec and The Office. I love those shows. I don't think I ever get to talk about those shows on this channel. But yes, those are my jam. Absolutely.
I quit watching The Office as soon as Pam and Jim actually got together. That's the only thing I cared about.
Really?
I could not stand Michael Scott.
The Office, Dwight was worth the price of the admission alone, dude. Like
he was hilarious, but I only cared enough about Jim and Pam getting together once I knew they were together. I'm like, all right, cool. To me, that was the story. End of show.
No, God, no, dude.
I can't tell you how many times.
Oh my God, dude.
You're gonna look at me like I'm fucking crazy, but I can't tell you how many times it's been Michael Scott talking. I just fast forward it. Like I don't want to hear what he has to say.
Dude, his character's supposed to be cringe like that. Like he's supposed to be.
I do not like it. So I'm just like, I don't care about him. It's like for me, and I said this to my cousin. My cousin almost disowned me as a relative.
Yeah.
I only watched the original Daredevil season. It was 2 or 3 where the Punisher comes in.
I want to say 2.
I posted like on Facebook or Instagram or something. I said, this Punisher show is great, but I really wish they'd cut out all the parts with this stupid blind lawyer.
Oh my God, Daredevil! I liked it.
I just cared about the Punisher. And just like, and in The Office, man, I just wanted to see Jim and Pam get together because I thought they were so perfect. As soon as they were together, I'm like, I'm not sitting through anymore. This just person who in the real world would have his teeth knocked out.
Dude, when Michael comes out and declares bankruptcy, he just screams, I declare bankruptcy. And he's like, well, you actually have to, you can't just.
I want to like.
It's so good.
Walk up to him and be like, you're so stupid.
Yeah, that's the point. But yet he's in charge. You know what I mean? Like that fits so many people. Like how many people go into their job and they have Michael Scott telling them what to do, you know? And it's just like, you just sit there and shake your head. It's a perfect, it fits so well. It fits so damn well.
I'm not a fan. Couldn't do it.
Wayne says Conjuring Last Rites reminded me of Insidious Red Door, both bland and forgettable. You know, they're making another Insidious movie.
Really?
Lynn Shay was talking about it. And I guess people, when they said they were making it, I read an article where they said this is going to be Lynn Shay's last movie. And she comes out and been like, bullshit, motherfucker. This ain't going to be my last movie. She goes, we're making this one and we're making more. She's like, yeah, like, yeah, dude, you can't tell. You're just going to. I love it when people say stuff and then the person comes out and is like, you're so full of shit. You know, your eyes are brown, literally. Like, I can see them. Let's see.
Somebody brought one up that we haven't talked about yet.
Hold on, let me try to catch up here. They were talking about a video game for Until Dawn. The video game
is based on a video game, yeah.
Okay.
But somebody was talking about Five Nights at Freddy's 2, which we haven't talked about yet.
Oh yeah. Yeah, here we go. Five Nights movies are good getaway horror movies for younger audiences. 2 was okay, but I hated the setting up for the third movie, Bait. I gotcha.
So I don't know the lore. Like I never played the Five Nights games. I haven't read any of the books or anything like that. So I don't know the lore. So the setup for the third one wasn't really the one thing about part 2. Did you see part 2?
I didn't even see part 1.
Oh, I really
zero interest in it.
But it's from what I understand, they're a lot more enjoyable if you do know about them the games. What I did like about part 2 is that it felt like it just like out of nowhere ended.
Yeah.
Like, I'm trying to think of something else that ends that way, but I can't think of anything. It felt like it's just like, oh yeah, and now we're done. And it's like, one of the Harry Potters ended that way, where it's literally like just him riding off on a broom, and it's like, wait, we're just done now? Like, okay, cool. But I think the second one had a lot more jump scares. There was a lot, for me, it was a lot creepier vibes with this marionette thing. And that's not giving anything away than part 1. I thought part 2 was significantly scarier, but I thought part 1 had an easier to follow story if you don't know about Five Nights at Freddy's.
I gotcha.
But it was like, that one was like a midpoint for me, not high, not low. It's kind of right where I expected it to be.
I got you. Russell saying the new Insidious movie is a prequel. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. I like Insidious, man. Yeah, they did do a prequel before. Like they did the
because
one
we see how the woman in black is, first of all, not actually a woman. Right?
Say that one more time.
We saw, because the woman in black from part 1 and part 2.
Yes.
We see how there's a part in one of the movies where we see how.
Yeah, it's the end of the prequel, which is part 3, I think. Insidious 3. I think it's 3.
There's one
where she goes back to her childhood house, and she has to go back to her childhood house. She knew it was haunted because she lived there. And someone calls her there, but they were really pulling her in. That's when she hooks up with the 2 ghost guys that follow her around everywhere.
It's true. One of those is Lee Winnell. Did you know that?
No, I didn't.
Yeah, one of those is
the one with the mohawk. Didn't he have a mohawk in that one?
I'm pretty sure it's a smaller one, right? Hold on. I want to make sure I'm not giving you.
I'm thinking of Lee Waddell.
Lee Waddell, like Ghostface?
Yeah, that's who I was thinking of, because I was he's a bigger dude. I met him, man. It's got to be the fat guy with the mohawk.
Lee Winnell, the writer, the creator of Saw. And,
I gotcha.
Yeah, let me make sure though. But yeah, I thought they did a prequel, because we saw the backstory of that. We saw Lynn Shay's character as a woman, or as a younger woman. Sorry.
Yeah, we saw her as a kid first. And then as a younger woman, and then the Lynn Shay that we know that goes back to her house. Yeah.
Lee Winnell, he plays Specs, the shorter
Specs. One. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So that's Lee Winnell.
That's
Isn't
awesome.
that crazy? Like, because he you gotta think about the fact that like he wrote and made Saw. Like he kicked off a franchise, and he also, I'm pretty sure, directed the Invisible Man remake that came out a couple years ago.
He's done a lot of stuff. Yeah.
But he's just a random character in that movie. And I love that.
Hey, I don't want to direct this one. I just want to be a random guy in this movie. Like, I want a paycheck, but I don't want all the work that goes with it.
Oh, that makes sense. It's directed. That's right. It's directed by James Wan. James Wan and Lee Winnell are like best buds.
There it is. Hell yeah.
Dude, that's crazy. Yeah. But so there's 1, 2, 3, then there's last set, or the last key. And then there's the red door.
The last key was the one with the prequel. The last key was the prequel, right?
I think
because she had the key and she opened up the door, and that's why she went back.
I remember vividly like putting a key in like someone's neck and turning it, and
then dude. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Dude, it's been a minute. So I might have to go back, dude. I thought Insidious. Okay, fun. I remember Insidious vividly because I had just gotten back from deployment, and it was a good buddy of mine that I was in security with. At the time I was married, my wife, him, and his wife all went out to a movie. We all dinner and a movie. And she was very pregnant, his wife. And the movie that we went to see was Insidious. And she said something along the lines of, if this movie makes me go into labor, I'm going to kill you. I shit you not. The second the title screen comes up and that sound drop comes on, she's like, nope, we're leaving right now.
Like, this is
we
it.
didn't make it past the title card. We left. I ended up seeing it at a different time. But yeah, that movie. She's like the sound, and if you've seen Insidious, you know that sound.
Yeah.
Dude, Insidious scared the piss out of me, dude. It's got one of the best jump scares,
At the table.
If you search best jump scares of all time, like it's going to show up on the list when it cuts back to Patrick Wilson and the lipstick face demon is sitting
right
there
behind him.
Yeah, dude, that's on there. So dude,
I always really enjoy that scene, and you don't really see anything, but Lynn Shay sees something when the boy's in the bed and she's sitting there telling Specs how to draw what she sees. Dude, so good. So freaking good.
That's how you build suspense right there.
Yeah.
And what I love, and I don't know why it's something that just scratches an itch in my brain so well. I love when you how we talked about weapons having the non-linear storytelling and going back and seeing the same thing from a different perspective.
Yeah.
I love that in the first one, you see these things happen. Like when that night they wake up and the door is open, like their downstairs door is open, then all of a sudden their alarm goes off. But then in the second part, you see that Patrick Wilson, you see that the further is not just a different place. Time works different. So you see he's actually the one who opened his own door and he sets the alarm off to warn him. I'm like, dude, that is how you make a sequel right there. You expand on the story using the information.
And then you show them something familiar that answers a question that they had then, or changes their thought on something, so good, dude. Another franchise that does that well, and it's not as loved, but I really enjoy them, is Paranormal Activity. With the later ones, they would go back and you would see them show up, and it's just like, man, that shit is fucking crazy.
Dude,
that shit is freaking
that's
crazy.
Another one that's like kind of like a soap opera, just keeps going and the episodes keep building.
There's another one coming out. James Wan's working on it.
I think so. They did it like a soft reboot. I thought did they do a soft reboot of that one?
What was the last one? The Amish one?
The one where they're in they start out in the the RV, right?
Fuck, I don't remember. Dude, I just watched the whole fucking run of these less than a year ago, and I can't remember.
I think the last one, Next of Kin.
Next of Kin.
That was the last one.
That was the Amish one, right? Where they went to the Amish place? Because I think that's the only one I don't have.
Secluded Amish community with
that's the only one of those movies I don't own. That's not in my set. So that's the only one I didn't rewatch. So I only know.
It's like a soft reboot. It doesn't. From what I understand, it does not have anything to do with the original run of the movie.
That I remember. No, it doesn't.
But it's also only got a 32% on Rotten Tomatoes.
That's fine.
5.3 out of 10 on IMDb. 2.5 out of. It's not doing so great in the reviews. But anyway, that one's good too, man. I enjoyed most of those.
Yeah, I always like them. I do.
Trying to think of any other. You know what? I don't think we talked about in terms of 2025 horror and franchises. The 6th installment of Final Destination, Bloodlines.
Yeah, I was just looking at the cover of that right here, right now.
Yeah, what did you think of that, man?
Yeah, it was a Final Destination movie. It didn't wow me in any way whatsoever. It gave creative kills and everything, but I mean, it was exactly what I expected it to be. The story wasn't anything that was going to the story didn't do anything super special for me. It was just it's a Final Destination movie. It didn't, I don't know. I don't want to give away the ending, but I was just oh, that's kind of different. But it's been
a minute since that one came out. I'm not going to give away the ending, but I'm going to talk about a very specific part. Okay. And it's the part where I was like, oh my God, when she goes to see her grandmother.
Yep.
And her grandmother explains it, and she has, like a normal person would have, a skeptical opinion about it. And her grandmother's like,
Fuck it, I'll show you.
okay. It's like, okay, I'm gonna show you. You say you don't trust me? I'm gonna show you. Immediately. Fucking immediately. And I was
it didn't wait, did it?
I loved that. I was like, okay. There's some, like, I appreciate the creativity in some of the kills, but also you can't have 25 different steps to making something like making a kill happen. Speaking about an MRI machine, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Like, so many different things have to line up and go wrong.
Right.
And it's like, how? It's like, we're getting past like a point, like in the first one, do you remember death actually cleaned up after itself? When the dude in the shower, like, he tripped and like he tripped over and like the shower curtain, like the wire wrapped around his legs, right? And then like
vaguely, it's been a while
after
since
that,
I
like the water retreated back into the drain and stuff, like into the faucet and stuff. It's like death actually cleaned up after itself to make it look like it's just. And now we're at a point where death can all of a sudden do manual overrides to go into to lab mode and extremely overpower an MRI machine.
Yeah.
So, but it was I thought it got a lot of hype for an average Final Destination movie.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't think there was anything special about it. Like, the kills were creative, I guess, to some extent, but it just wasn't anything special, to me. It was just like, here's another one. You know what I mean? Like, Final Destination itself, like, there were two moments in the whole franchise that really got me. One, in the original, when the chick gets hit by the bus and she just steps up, because didn't see it coming. First time I saw that, I about shit myself. She said you could just drop fucking dead, and steps out and the bus runs her over. Boom! Crazy, right? And then, of course, the fucking log truck, right? Can't get on the highway behind one of those things and feel great ever because of Final Destination 2. Just can't, but it's, nothing. Yeah, it was nothing great. Let me jump into these. Wayne is saying the hospital scene was great, but I could see it coming miles away. All right. See, you guys are talking about the new Anaconda movie. Yeah, I didn't really want to see that. Michelle is saying the newest Final Destination was lazily made. It was just the same, right? Like, there was nothing in that movie that made you want to be like, yeah, I need another one of these. It's just like, oh, there it was. There it was.
Going through and adding checks to all the movies that we've talked about. There's still I think 3 from this year that we haven't talked about.
James said School of Rock was my only favorite Jack Black movie that I liked the most. I liked it. Well, see, so I have a soft spot for the movie Jumanji too. Not Jumanji 2, but Jumanji. I really like that. And Jack Black was in that. And that's just fun. Not that it's great. It was just fun. For sure. And I do like School of Rock for sure.
Jack Black, I think Jack Black at this point plays the same character all the time.
I think he might have always played the same character all the time.
Tropic Thunder, though, Tropic Thunder was amazing. I don't
It's been years since I've seen it.
Let's not forget Jack Black was in Tropic Thunder, which is a fantastic movie. Okay, so real quick, going to rattle off a few that we haven't talked about.
Is Wolfman on there?
Wolfman is not on there. I didn't see it. This is a list of all the ones that I saw. So 28 years later.
Okay, I want to see it, but I want to watch the other two again before I see it.
Okay. The only thing I want to say about it, not ruining anything of substance, a lot of Alpha Dong.
Yeah.
You're gonna see a lot of that. It was okay. Like, I don't know what I expected. Not saying I had the highest of hopes because it was never my favorite franchise, but I just left feeling underwhelmed.
I gotcha.
And left with the ending being like, what the hell was that? So that was off the list. The Gorge which was like an Amazon, straight to Amazon like streaming movie
I didn't see
with
that.
Miles Teller and Anya Taylor-Joy.
I didn't see it.
Have you heard about it?
And
Essentially,
I'm usually pretty good at flipping through like the Amazon releases too.
Yeah.
I'm usually pretty good at that.
Essentially, there's this big freaking gorge in this unknown place, where there's a watch station on each side with like one person that mans it for a year, and you got to stop whatever comes out, and then the story develops from there.
Yeah.
And it was intriguing. Like the final scene of it.
Yeah.
All I'm gonna say is there's a great version of All Along the Watchtower that plays.
Oh, nice.
Fantastic. So I really enjoyed it. If you haven't seen The Gorge, I'd say check that one out.
Let's show you what music can do for a movie. Like, seriously.
Dude, if you took that song away, the finale is just like people running.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
Right.
But if you with that song, it like you're amping
got the
up
right music in there. Yeah.
You know something's about to happen.
Oh yeah.
Fantastic. Sigourney Weaver's also in it.
That's fucking awesome, dude. I do want to stand corrected on the Jack Black thing because I totally missed this one and forgot. Yes, Michelle, Nacho Libre was the shit. It was fucking fantastic. Totally forgot about it. Yes, you are correct. You are 100% correct there with on point Nacho Libre. Yes.
My favorite part of that movie is they're backstage before a match and they're about to fight what they call like the Sons of Satan or something. It's like, how come you're not told me you were not baptized?
Yeah.
Hey, we're about to fight the Sons of Satan, and I feel that it would be best if you praise the Lord. He does like a drive-by baptism.
Just his look alone in that made me laugh. You know what I mean? Like there was so much with Nacho Libre that, yeah, I 100% stand corrected on that. Well, good call out. Yes, Nacho Libre. It's up there. 100%.
I can't tell you how many times in my normal life I have quoted the sometimes when you are a man, you wear stretchy pants in your room just for fun.
Just for fun.
Just for fun.
Just for fun.
Okay, so the Gorge, Clown in a Cornfield.
Yeah, I might piss a lot of people off with this one. I didn't even finish it. I hated it that much. Like literally, where did I get up to? I just where's the friends in the warehouse having their little fucking get together and they saw the clown in the back of a photo. Is that what fucking happened?
And then they moved the photo and the clown's still there.
Yeah. Like I was just like, I'll do it later. And I never did. You know, there was nothing that was just like, you gotta finish this movie. And I know that, you know, quite a few people like that movie, but I
feel like it was underwhelming. It wasn't bad, but underwhelming. I was excited. You know why I was excited for it? And probably the same reason you are or were.
Yeah.
Or one of the contributing factors. It was made by the same people who made Tucker and Dale versus Evil.
Yeah.
And like, no, did not live up to that name.
You know, I actually did get a little further than that because I did go back to it and I got up to the part to where they arrested the guy from the, you know, on the road in the cornfield. The cop threw him in the car and pulled off and left him there.
Yeah.
That's where I got to.
Okay.
So I did go back and watch a little more of it, but I didn't finish it.
Underwhelming a little bit. Fear Street Prom Queen.
No, I didn't watch it. I didn't. And I'm usually I fucking forgot about it, to be honest. I knew it was coming out and I was just like, oh shit, another Fear Street. And I never watched it.
Once again, underwhelming. Like, but I think it's because like Fear Street, the original run.
Yeah.
I really dug those. Like,
yeah, I
those
did too.
Good.
Yeah.
Like each one was so like uniquely.
Yep. 100% unique. Yep.
And then like, but it also really tied the story together really well. And in part, then Prom Queen came out, and I was like, this is not. I don't know. Didn't do it for me. Once again, not bad, but just underwhelming. Hell House Lineage.
Nope.
So the original Hell House movies like 1, 2, 3, and then Carmichael Manor. I think they're all free on YouTube to watch.
I think they are.
Highly recommend 1 through Carmichael Manor. Skip Lineage.
I've seen Hell House. Or which one did I fucking see?
So it's Hell House LLC.
Yes, that one I've seen.
That's the first one, and then there's like they all have like subtitles, like and everything, but I don't remember what they are. Like one of them's like the Hotel Abaddon, something like that.
Yeah.
Anyways, 1, 2, 3, and Carmichael Manor are great. Lineage completely fucking abandons the found footage format.
Yeah.
It does not make any sense. Skip it. I was so let down by Lineage. And then the other one was The Monkey.
Yeah.
You and I talked about.
Yeah.
Dark comedy, like so dark. And I had such a fun time with it. Highly recommend it.
Dude, I was one of the few people that didn't mind Wolfman. And I'll tell you why. Because it wasn't a werewolf movie. It was about a wolf man. And I think that pissed a lot of people off. But let me say this. I'm not saying it's good. But I didn't hate it. You know, it was like when it was over, I was like, yeah, all right. You know what I mean? And I don't need to own it. You know, I don't need to watch it again. But I absolutely, I didn't despise it like a lot of people did. And they're just like, oh, that wasn't a werewolf. And it's like, yeah, well, it's called Wolfman. You know, like it's kind of a different deal.
Somebody say like, yeah, it's not even really a wolf man. It's just a really hairy man.
Yeah, and he's pissed, right? And he bites things. So
I haven't seen it. So
well, it has Juliet. What was her name again? Ruth from Ozark, blonde, curly hair, and weapons.
Oh, Julia Garner.
Yeah, she's in it. You know, she does a good job. But it's just, you know, it's nothing that you're gonna write home about. It's nothing that you're gonna be like, oh, I gotta see this again. You know, it's just.
I saw the previews and they were pretty intriguing, but I don't know why when the time came, I just kind of.
Yeah. So it's like, like it's here. I'm gonna go ahead and watch it for sure.
I think that is all the horror we've successfully talked about. All the horror movies I saw in 2025.
So apparently, one of these, Michelle sent me the trailer. So it did sound familiar. And that's probably where it's from. Yeah, like I watch trailers. But then I just don't always, you know, see everything that I freaking watch trailers for.
Okay, so you know, the Monkey. Sorry, it was I want to say the second movie by Osgood Perkins after Long Legs. Essentially, there's this
Longfellow.
Yeah, after Longfellow.
Yeah.
It's like it's a horror, but I would say it's more dark comedy than horror. But there's just this monkey that, like this toy monkey that plays drums, and anytime the monkey starts playing the drums, someone dies usually in a very creative, like spontaneous way. And it gets to a point, but it's like the more grounded version or part of the story is a father who knows about this and is constantly worried about it, like trying to connect with his son while also being completely paranoid and not wanting his son to be around him so his son doesn't get affected by it. But yeah, it's very dark comedy. I'd say check it out. It was worth a watch.
All right, so out of 10, Eric, 2025 as a horror year, what would you give it a score out of 10 for the movies you've seen? Like, obviously, we can't see, you know, all of the movies, but compared to other years, like, how do you feel that 2025 did with horror in general? And I'd like to see the chat too on what you guys say.
I'm gonna say a 4.
It was kind of low for me too.
And I'm giving it that because there are definitely a few that were good. Like I can looking through the list here. There's definitely a couple where I'm like solid, really enjoyed it. There's more that are in it was okay, And then there's even more in the not really for me.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm gonna give it a 4.
Yeah. I mean, my biggest takeaway, you know, that were big, you know, I'm gonna give it a 5 just because of Welcome to Derry. All right. See Welcome to Derry, you know, weapons, Good Boy, if you're into that. Those are, you know, probably my takeaways. You know, you probably not include Sinners in there, but I know that it's, you know, well loved. Bring Her Back. I'm not telling you to watch it, but it's a good movie. It's God, I'm not watching that again, but it's worth a one-time watch. Eric, you gotta watch Bring Her Back. And let me know. Michelle, if you haven't seen Bring Her Back yet either, I'd like you to let me know what you thought of that.
So you're saying a 5?
Yeah, that's where I went with it. But I'm only giving it a 5 because of Welcome to Derry. I think Welcome to Derry was a solid, you know, horror entry. And it was just so good, man. And I'm not saying I don't want you to put it on a pedestal, Eric. All right. I'm trying to tone down, you know, Welcome to Derry here. Because I don't want
I'm
you to
about
put
to
it on
start
a
watching
pedestal.
it as soon as we're done here.
You got to watch Bring Her Back too. I need to know what you thought about Bring Her Back. You're gonna be like, why'd you make me watch this? You know what I mean? Like it's gonna be one of those deals. But yeah, I'm giving it a 5. I'm seeing some of the scores in the chat. Wayne said a 5 average. 5's failing on my. I look at it as like a percentage. Like 5 is only 50%. If I got a 50% on a test in school, I was grounded. You know what I mean? Russell's giving it a 4. He's with you there, Eric. Jared's giving it a 5. Shell's giving it a 5. Russell's saying Welcome to Derry saved horror this year. Yeah. Wayne said, Bring Her Back, my horror movie of the year. So disturbing with a lasting effect. Dude, you said that better than I could. It was a great movie, but I don't need to watch it again. Whatsoever. Michael G is saying, I give Movies and Beyond a 10 for 2025, but I give this year's horror movies a 6. I got you, my man. Wayne says, Welcome to Jerry. Hell yeah, man. Hell yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
Gina says a 6 from her. Okay. Well, I do want to wrap up. We did hit our 2-hour mark for tonight, but I do want to leave on this. If you are a college football fan, we have a lot of good college football coming up, and it does start on New Year's Eve this year. Well, it's already started technically, but there are some good ass games New Year's Eve for sure. What do you got, Eric?
I just wanted to say, because I know we are wrapping up, I'm just a quick run off of 2026, what we know so far. 2026 has the potential to be stacked. We got a new Silent Hill and a new Resident Evil, which I'm excited about.
Yep.
Evil Dead Burn.
Yep.
We got Ready or Not 2.
Okay.
We got Scream 7. We got Exorcist Believer, which is or not.
Wait, wasn't the last one was Believer? This one's like Retriever, Deceiver.
It's like Deceiver, yeah. But from what I understand, going a completely different route. Like not,
and they got
really,
what's his name to do it, right? The dude that did what the fuck's his name? That took over the franchise.
Yeah, I'm trying to think.
Very famous fucking guy, dude, and a lot of people love him.
Cannot remember his name, but it's not Lee. It's not James Wan, is it?
Nope. I'm gonna look it up right now.
Who is it?
Exorcist Deceiver. As soon as I read his name, I'm gonna freaking Mike Flanagan. Thank you.
Yeah, Mike Flanagan, which is amazing. Like I literally, fantastic. I don't think I've seen a single thing he's done and I haven't liked it. So Exorcist Deceiver, we got Terrifier 4, we got Lee Cronin doing The Mummy, we got The Bride, which I'm not sure if you've seen the preview for that with basically a Bride of Frankenstein meets Thelma and Louise. Super excited about that. Clayface, and then Violent Night 2.
Yep.
Which has been, and then they're also, from what I understand, Insidious, the new Insidious movie is called Thread.
Okay.
And that is supposed to come out next year. So, dude, there's a lot to look forward to next year.
And let's not forget about the shows. Monarch Legacy of Monsters is coming out season 2. That's Godzilla and Kong, bro. Fucking yes. And we have Crystal Lake from A24. So I'm definitely looking forward to 2026. You know, I'm sure that there's some that we missed, but hell yeah, man. Like hopes are high, right? Hopes are high for it. We always hope, you know, as horror fans that we're going to get a great year. But I do want to tell everyone Happy New Year. I know that I won't be on before New Year's. We got great college football coming up. You know, I can't wait. Buckeyes are back in the building. You know, I'm not a overly expressive fan of my sports, but when I'm alone, I am an absolute monster. I will be screaming at the TV when they take on Miami. We have a lot of good teams in this year. Somehow Alabama made it in, which is total bullshit. But it's whatever. They're going to get beat.
I saw
anyway.
a lot of there was a lot of controversy around.
Hell yeah, there was a lot of controversy.
Who made it?
I am not a fan, okay, but Notre Dame got fucked this year. Like literal proper fucked. Like no Vaseline, fucking they use sand instead. Like they did. Just because of Alabama's name, you're going to put a 3-loss team in there that got blown out. They didn't get their first down to the last play of the third quarter the week before against Georgia. It was freaking amazing. I'm thinking about starting a Movies and Beyond sports channel, by the way. So if you want to see me bitch about sports, I'm working on that to where I'll talk about things like this. But yes, like literally totally screwed. But you know, we're going to play our schedule, right? So we're going to go ahead and see, you know, what happens with it. And hopefully again, Ohio gets to raise that flag again. But if not, you know, there are some other good teams in there. Georgia does not deserve it. As long as it's not an SEC team, I'm good with it. You know, like the SEC, they talk so much shit. No offense, Eric. I know you're a Tennessee guy. They talk so much shit about being the dominant conference. And now that they've got to play in a tournament, all of a sudden the shit's gone awry and they're losing games and nobody knows why. Well, I do. Not that great. All right. It's a Big Ten, baby. This is where we're at. We got Oregon, we got Indiana, we got Ohio State represented from the Big Ten. We got three spots, and we're all there.
Dude, I was just thinking that Jerry Sports and Beyond would be like, if that's available, bro, jump on that. Go ahead and.
Either way, it's going to be me bitching like this, and it's just going to be like, there's going to be like hockey masks in the background. I'm going to say, like, this fucked up Georgia, Alabama, that's bullshit. You know, it's going to be a bunch of haters in the comments.
Dude, you should, like, what you should do is literally reset up your background with all sports stuff, take a photo of it, and then change it back to horror. Change it back to horror, and then as soon as it's time to switch over, just have like a big green screen that comes down.
Just fucking green screen it. Yeah, and it just be like, wearing my fucking Buckeye shirt on there, but yeah, man, I'm super excited.
A football helmet.
That's my New Year's Eve. Ohio State kicks off at 7:30. You know, I'll be doing that. I should be home, possibly, maybe. I don't fucking know. It depends on who's watching it, and where. But I'm looking forward to it. But more importantly, Eric, thanks for coming, and I hope you have a happy New Year, brother. I'm sure that I'll talk to you, you know, before then. Michelle's throwing this. Michael and I are starting an I Hate Michigan page. Yes, but if you are an Ohio State fan, Michelle, you are not allowed to pronounce the M. So you can say it, you know, but I can't. So I have to call it I Hate Michigan page, right? Yes, huge haters here. I don't care what anybody says. Like, no, like that is a common bond that Michelle and I have in college football is we both hate Michigan, and Michigan can go do whatever. You saw what happened to them, right? Their coach got in trouble. He's diddling. You know, there's some diddling going on up there, which I'm sorry. You know, if you're from Michigan, I do apologize, but that shit doesn't surprise me, right? Throw them out there with Penn State. You know, they can be buddies. Old Sandusky out there in Penn State can hang out with this guy. Is he still alive?
I don't know. I don't know. He was a monster from what I remember.
Yeah. I mean, you go to college, you got freaking old Sandusky, you know, telling you, boys, hit the showers. It's like, oh, Jesus. Like, oh, God. But anywho, This went off the rails really quick.
Let's get out of here.
And I'm just trying to tell people Happy New Year. And we've gone into all of that. But yes, I want to tell everyone Happy New Year's, and I hope that if your 2025 wasn't great or it was fantastic, I hope that your 2026 is even better. So I love y'all. Happy New Year's. Eric, thanks for coming, and let's go ahead and get out of here. You got anything else before we get out?
No, I was just saying Happy New Year to everyone, man. Thanks for having me. This kind of sucks that we're going out thinking, feeling that at best horror broke even, but yeah, everyone, let's look forward to next year and hope everyone, no matter what their plans are, have a good rest of their holiday season.
The good thing is horror doesn't have to do much to beat this year, right? So there's nowhere but up, right? Because if we're here next year talking about 3s and 4s, we got a problem, right? It was a 3, everything sucked this year. Chris,
the fact that I was trying to put together a top 10 list of this year and had trouble coming up with 10 movies.
Yeah.
I was like, ugh, it's not a good sign. So let's fingers crossed for next year, everyone. And like I said, no matter what you're doing for the rest of your holiday season, hope everyone just has a wonderful time.
Oh yeah, man. All right, we're gonna go ahead and get out of here. I love y'all. Happy New Year. Peace.
Toodaloo, motherfucker.
Hey.